Hi guys, Josh from TT101. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the Olight Valkyrie PL-1 2. This is the second model that they came out with. Supposedly with the first model they had a few minor issues, so they came out with the second model. I am very much a big Olight fan. I really like a lot of their products. What I'm going to do for you guys today is shoot 3 full magazines through my Glock 17 and see if the light itself actually wants to wobble around or fall off or anything like that. Now what's really the claim to fame for this setup here, it has a quick disconnect, which is very easy. It just has this lever right here that you fold off to the side and it allows it to pop right off or on. So I'm gonna quit talking and I'll get shooting at our steel target. It doesn't appear to have walked around at all. It seems pretty solid still. That's 2 down. Oops. That to me looks like it worked just fine. So I'll do some close-up video of this light either at the beginning or the end of this video. Also, I'm going to show you guys what it actually performs like in a low light setting. So you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, so I've got the Valkyrie mounted on my P320C. I actually just picked this gun up just a couple days ago and I'm going to be doing some videos with this. But now I want to show you guys how this performs in a low light setting. The throw, or the distance rather, that I have here is about 50 yards. So I'm going to spin the camera around and I'll show you guys the features of this light. I hope you guys can see, but right there's a red door. Well, it looks red because there's an emergency light facing on it, but that's 50 yards away. I clocked that in with my rangefinder. Now I'm going to go over some of the settings with this light. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but if you hold down the pressure pad, it allows it to go on to momentary on. And as you can see, it's really lighting up that whole entire space back there, which is really nice. Then if you tap it, it turns it to staying on. I'm not holding it down or anything like that. And then if you tap both sides, because there's 2 pressure pads on each side, it'll actually initiate it into a strobe feature, which I find pretty sweet. It's very disorienting. I would definitely not want to have this being shined at me or anything like that. So, and then if you just tap it one more time, it turns it off. So as you can see, this would be really adequate for a police officer or for home use, because that is pretty wild. That whole space back there is completely dark. So I really like the performance of this light, and I like how thin and slim it is as well. It's very, very thin. So now I'm going to bring you guys to the table, and we'll have a better look at this and get the final overview of this setup here. Alright guys, so now I got you guys in the photo room. Now this is the packaging that the light actually comes in. I'll open it up here for you. It's got a tab that you can pull up on the back here that allows it to kind of open right up. And then there's another little tab guy. You just pull the whole packaging out. Now what comes with it is a little wrench that just fell out. You get a wrench, and then another, I would call it a rail section, if you will. But this is the attachment for a 1913 style Picatinny rail like this one. Now, the one that's installed on it from the factory is the GL1. That actually stands for Glock, because on Glocks, this part here on the rail is actually a little bit thinner. So they do provide you with the other one. I have heard this being an issue with other YouTube channels. I haven't put it on yet because I was just running this on my Glock, as you saw in this video. But as I said a moment ago, I just picked up the SIG P320C. This is the compact model. This is actually going to be my concealed carry weapon. As you guys saw, it is unloaded and there's no magazine in the chamber, or in the gun, excuse me. But I really like this light, and if you couldn't tell before in the video, I'll show you the controls once again. One push, if you hold it down, will give you momentary on, and then if you just give it a solid tap, it'll turn it on permanently. And then if you click both sides, because it does have the pressure pad on each side, that will initiate the strobe sequence, which is kind of cool. And then you can either push both or one when it's in the strobe sequence to turn it off. So, like I said before, it's a quick disconnect, which is very easy. I like that it just uses a small lever or latch, what have you, whatever you'd like to call it. And that just goes on like so. It'll still go on to the weapon even though it has the Glock piece in there, but I'm sure it would have some kind of movement if I was to actually shoot this. So if I do want to run it on this gun, I am going to switch it over to this little guy right here, which I can't imagine is hard at all to replace out. It's just 2 screws. What I would like to note is I would definitely use some blue Loctite if I was going to be doing the swap on that. And as you can see again, it's just those 2 screws right in here. Yeah, right there and there. So that's what locks it in even more when it's actually on the rail. So overall, I really like this light. I'm going to do some extended use. I'm going to, pretty much every time I go to the farm now, I'm going to actually shoot this, shoot with this actually on the gun. And then we'll get a long-term idea of what this thing can do as far as holding up or wanting to break or anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I found it to be a pretty interesting one. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the like button. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I've got something cool to announce to you guys. I actually have a fully operational website now. My friend Mike is a software designer, or a software engineer, excuse me. And he does a great job making websites. And if you wanted to check that out, that'll be in the description of this video. So you guys take care and stay tuned for more interesting videos.